Chances are, if you're watching this video right now, you are looking to buy something on Craigslist. You found it, you found the price, but you don't really know how to go about negotiating on Craigslist. So I'm going to teach you a couple things, a couple ways I go about negotiating with people on Craigslist. And I have 3 ways that I have determined are most common that I use to negotiate with people on Craigslist. There are 3 tactics I've used to find almost all my deals on Craigslist, and I've found these to be the most 3 effective. I won't say which one is most effective because I really think any of them could work, but I've given them each their own proper name, and they are the Weasel, Quickfire, and the Advanced Weasel. Let's hop into what each of those mean. So number 1 is the Weasel. This is where you slowly progress through a deal with someone and try to negotiate over time and use time to your advantage. So basically you go into communicating with a buyer, asking them about the product, figuring more about the product, and trying to make the buyer feel that you're as interested, you're very interested in buying the product in order that you can establish some trust, and then come at him with a bit of, now that I understand the product, now I understand what it's worth, what condition it's in, here is a fair evaluation of what I'm willing to offer. And hopefully at this point you're not looking to lowball. I'm never suggesting you lowball someone, but the first and most important thing to know about buying something on Craigslist is that everything is negotiable. There's nobody on Craigslist, even if they say asking price only or non-negotiable, chances are they are still willing to negotiate, just not as much, and they're not willing to accept any lowball offers. So you can use the Weasel to your advantage to build up some trust with someone, to make them feel like you are truly interested in the product and you're not just there to try to lowball them. And after extended amount of communication, you can go about asking them if they will accept a certain price. Tactic number 2 is called the Quickfire. So if you've attempted the Weasel once or twice or 10 times, you'll realize that it takes a long time to try to communicate with sellers and negotiate with them. And so typically if I do that for a while, I get tired of the negotiation process or the long time of building up trust, and I just go for the Quickfire round, where what you do is send a very blunt email or text message to the seller of the item saying, look, I understand that this is your asking price, but I feel like a fair evaluation of the object and its condition, blah, 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 my asking price is 10%, 20% less of, or sorry, my offer is 10 or 20% less of what your asking price is. Are you interested? And that's a very blunt way of just laying out your offer to the person and having him decide. It saves you some time in the end. It saves him time. Sometimes if people sell a lot of stuff on Craigslist, they really appreciate just having the offer laid out for them and doing what they want with it. And sometimes they'll come back to you and say, look, I can't do that, but hey, the lowest I can do is blank. But once you get someone in the negotiating mode and you have them offering something lower than their asking price, then they're ready to negotiate, and you can close the gap between your 2 offers and hopefully come to an agreement on a price that you can both feel happy about. So the Quickfire is great if you've tried the Weasel and you're just tired of the amount of time it takes, but I think I've used the Weasel more than I have the Quickfire. Third is the Advanced Weasel, and this is one that I don't even like using, but I figured I would throw out there because I know a lot of people do use it, and that is where you establish that the seller is negotiable, and you use that to your advantage to try and meet up with him as soon as possible, but don't actually negotiate the price till you meet with him in person. And I am not a big fan of this tactic at all. I feel like it's a little dubious, a little deceptive to the seller of the product, but if you meet the seller conveniently, say at their home, which I don't always recommend, or just at a gas station right next to their home, somewhere where you feel like you haven't wasted their time, then you can say, hey, let's meet at this place. Well, first establish, hey, is your price negotiable? Great, it is. Would you mind meeting at this place at a certain time? I haven't used this tactic a lot, again, but what you can do is you can meet the person at the place and discuss the price in person after seeing the condition of the product. This can be an effective strategy because if you have the cash with you, chances are the seller is going to feel more compelled to take a lower price because he's in the moment, he's there, and it just makes sense for him to not spend more time dealing with other buyers and other offers, and for him to just sell for an even lower price because he's there in person. Also, if you're selling something on Craigslist, look out for this tactic. It hasn't happened to me a lot, but the advanced weasels are out there, and I would say just make sure to confirm on a price before you meet someone in person. I don't really like dealing with advanced weasels. I feel like they waste my time more than they help me. But if you're really into it and you really want to get hard with negotiation, the advanced weasel is a strategy you can use. But try the other two first. Thanks for watching this, guys. That was just a quick video outlining 3 strategies I know that are very common to be used on Craigslist. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll be making another video in the future and going into a more detailed view of these 3 techniques. Again, thanks for watching. I am Benzinger Buys.